The world of web design is constantly evolving, and staying ahead of trends is essential for businesses looking to maintain their competitive edge. In 2025, user experience, accessibility, and cutting edge technology will dominate design priorities. With that in mind, let's look at what will drive design trends in the coming year. The first trend we're going to look at today is immersive 3D elements. Technological advances have made it possible to digitally incorporate realistic 3D graphics and animations into web pages to create engaging experiences. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because the use of 3D elements enhance a user's engagement by adding depth and interactivity to create an immersive experience. In addition, it provides a futuristic look and feel, especially for e-commerce and storytelling platforms. Now, what are some practical uses for it? For example, if you had interactive product models on your e-commerce website, which would allow users to rotate and view the items from all sides, it's a cool effect. Also, websites using 3D scenes to narrate brand stories visually. Where can you find these tools? Well, you can use software like Blender, WebGL, and Web.js to make 3D integration accessible for designers. The next trend we'll be looking at is AI-powered personalization. Artificial intelligence has opened up a whole new world of customization. AI can tailor website content and features to individual users, offering previously unattainable levels of personalization. Now, why should that matter? Personalization boosts conversion rates by showing users exactly what they need. Personalization also enhances user satisfaction with a personalized experience. Some examples of how you would use this technology is personalized product recommendations based on browsing behavior. Also, dynamic landing pages that adjust content for repeat visitors. Now, how would you implement this technology? Well, you would integrate tools like ChatGPT for AI-driven chatbots or platforms like Dynamic Yield for personalized experience. Another emerging trend is minimalist navigation menus. I have long been a fan of minimalism and keeping things simple. And simplifying website menus is a great way to improve user focus and streamline navigation. Additionally, keeping navigation simple has been shown to increase engagement by presenting what the user needs in the fewest steps. In addition, minimalist navigation reduces cognitive load, especially on mobile devices, and it also aligns with clean, user-centered design principles. For examples of how to use simplified navigation, think hamburger menus that collapse options for a clutter-free interface and sticky navigation bars that stay accessible while scrolling. Keep in mind, when it comes to navigation, one size does not fit all. We recommend conducting user testing to identify which navigation elements are most helpful. Another trend we think will be hot this year is dark mode and high contrast design. What we mean by that is dark themed interfaces with bold contrasting elements that will offer a sleek look and also reduce eye strain, and God knows that's important nowadays. Now, why it matters. Dark mode is preferred by users for its reduced eye strain, especially in low light environments. Think about how your phone automatically turns most of your apps to dark mode when you're laying in bed scrolling TikTok or Facebook at night. It also saves battery life on OLED and AMOLED screens. For example, you could have websites with toggle options for light and dark modes, as well as high contrast designs that enhance readability and accessibility. But remember, this is a design tip. Remember, it's important to ensure color palettes remain consistent across dark and light modes. You want to keep your brand, whether you're on dark mode or light mode. So remember to keep an eye on your brand colors and keep that in your head when you're designing it. Okay, this next one is important but can get out of hand, so pay attention. The next trend is advanced micro interactions. The definition of it is advanced micro interactions are small animations or effects triggered by user actions to enhance interactivity. Now, why it matters is micro interactions provide instant feedback, improving usability as well as the user experience. It also makes the website feel dynamic and engaging. For example, think of buttons that change color or size when hovered over, or a progress bar that fills dynamically during a task. As you complete the task, the bar fills up. Now, this can get way out of hand. I have clients who like for things to I don't know, they like pizzazz. I can't remember the exact term they use for it, but it would be the equivalent to they want you to click a button and fireworks to go off on the screen. Now, I'm not saying stuff like that. I'm saying just little stuff like let the buttons change color. It's kind of fun, or let a picture wiggle when you hover the cursor over it. Little things like that. It just improves the user experience and helps move the user along. And it's kind of fun. They want to explore the site and see what else happens. I used this. Actually used this trend recently last year on a site for a horror-themed store here in Brownsville, Texas. There's all kinds of hidden little horror animations and pictures that change as you scroll through the site. So I wanted to give it some fun, like haunted house feel. But in any case, if you want to know how to use some of this stuff, check out platforms like Lottie Files or Motion UI to create micro interactions and to get inspired. Hey guys, just wanted to take a moment to say if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we come out with new videos in the future. Thanks. This next trend is one of my favorites, and we're talking about augmented reality integration. Integrating augmented reality into websites creates a more immersive experience, driving engagement. I absolutely love augmented reality because I think it blurs the lines between the real world and the digital world, and I always think that's really fun. It creates a more immersive experience. Sorry, I almost said expressive, which isn't even a word. But it matters because AR does bridge the gap between physical and digital spaces, and it's especially beneficial for e-commerce, education, and real estate industries. Most recently, you guys would probably, if you've played Pokemon Go, you've handled augmented reality when you're hunting for virtual Pokemons in a real world. Also think like virtual try-ons for apparel or makeup. Interactive AR maps for travel and tourism websites. I mean, like I said, Pokemon Go, it gets no easier than that. Everybody knows what that was. There for a few years, everybody was going around looking for Pokemon all the time. Now, as far as how to implement augmented reality, use Web AR or AR Kit to develop and integrate mind-blowing AR experiences to create a more immersive user experience. This isn't something I've actually done yet, but I would suggest looking into it and doing your own research because this is an emerging trend that is very hot right now. And it's also one of my favorites. Okay, our next trend is also equally important. We're talking about voice search optimization. In 2025, voice assistants such as Alexa, Google Home, and Apple Siri will be everywhere. Therefore, it is essential to take advantage of the opportunities presented by voice search by designing websites that cater to voice-based searches and commands. Obviously, it matters because voice search is growing with the popularity of smart devices and assistants such as Alexa and Siri. The number of searches coming from voice assistants will continue to trend upward in 2025. Optimizing your site for voice search, it improves the SEO rankings for conversational queries. And maybe I'll do a whole video on that soon about how to take advantage of it. It has to do with long tail keywords and using long tail keywords and conversational keywords to put yourself in the customer's head and learn how to ask questions like they do for your keywords. An FAQ section or frequently asked questions section will also help you a lot, but I'll do a full video about that some other time. Other examples use voice-activated navigation for accessibility, content optimized for natural language search terms. All of that's going to work. Like I said, a frequently asked questions section will take you a long way. And also use schema markup to structure data for voice search. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It'll be a big help. next trend is one that I've been using, which is custom typography and bold fonts. By definition, it is using unique custom fonts to create distinctive branding and emphasize key messages. It continues to be a growing trend in web design. It's been around for a few years now, and designers continue to push the envelope with bold font choices and sizes. Why it matters is easy. Custom typography draws attention to critical information with visually striking design. It also reinforces brand identity through unique typography. For example, you can use oversized fonts for headlines or call to actions, or hand-drawn or experimental fonts for creative industries. Google Fonts is pretty much embedded in most web design software now, so it's gotten a lot easier to use custom fonts. It used to be really hard. It used to be a complicated process to upload font files to websites and make it work, but nowadays it's not so hard. I will say be careful and make sure you're keeping an eye on your mobile responsiveness. I have done projects before where the bold font looked really good when you're blown up on the desktop, but you have to make sure it also looks really good when it's on a mobile browser, when it's on a tablet browser. You know, you have to take the different sizes into account, but otherwise, this is one of my favorite trends. So for our next trend, we're talking about sustainability-focused design, which is creating websites with a focus on eco-consciousness and reduced digital footprint. This goal can be achieved through eco-conscious hosting or optimizing websites for quicker load time. Some examples of how you can be more sustainably focused in your design could be using green hosting powered by renewable energy, or creating minimalist designs which use fewer resources so they're less of a burden on computers. In any case, the best and quickest way to do it is to use a caching plugin to optimize images and code, which will result in lower energy usage. Okay, our next trend is scrollytelling and dynamic content. If you're like, what the hell is scrollytelling? Well, you know, I had to look it up too, but when I was researching this article, but scrollytelling apparently combines storytelling with interactive scroll-triggered animation to captivate users, creating an immersive experience. You know, it's important to create an immersive experience for your customers because it'll build engagement. You know, and scrollytelling is just the tool you needed to create an immersive and memorable browsing experience. It also encourages users to engage with more content, increasing engagement rates and improving the customer experience. I mean, it's engagement. It draws them in. It makes them want to see what's going on. For examples, you could have a website that revealed stories or data visuals as users scrolled through it, and have dynamic elements like animated charts or parallax scrolling effects. How do you use it? How do you engage in scrollytelling? You use libraries like Scroll Magic or GSAP to create scroll-triggered effects to deliver a next-level customer experience. Yeah, before I did the research, I hadn't heard of scrollytelling, but I do understand the concept, and I think you should go do your research, go to Scroll Magic, look up some of this and learn, because this could be a neat trick to have in your arsenal. Well, there you go. There's our list of trends that we see continuing to develop in 2025 when it comes to design. Staying updated on these trends will help your online business remain competitive and engage visitors. Now, having said that, we realize that not every trend will work with every business, but hopefully you can use this list to assess which ones will work best for you. If you have any questions about any of these trends that we've listed today, or want to incorporate some of these techniques into your business, feel free to contact us. We're always here to help you guys, because that's why I founded S&D Designs, was to help people grow their business and help people draw in customers. So hopefully you enjoyed this list. Give the channel a like or a subscribe, and we'll talk soon.